Yo, what's up, everybody? Jack here. Coming back at you with a NLDS review, NLCS preview, as well as for the AL2. Exciting week of baseball, man. Lots of fun to watch. I want to see how I did on my predictions. So I had the Astros in 5, so the Astros won. So I'm good on that. Had the Rays in 5. Let's go. Yeah, I had the Rays in 5. So 2 for 2. Padres in 5. Yikes. 2 for 3. Then the Braves in 4, maybe, or 5, 4 or 5. I'm not sure on the last video. It's 3 for 4. 3 for 4 is not bad, though. That's 75%. But anyways, let's go over real quick what happened in every series. So let's start off with the A's. Going into the series, I didn't expect Oakland to win. Houston's pitching was not very good this series. They gave up a lot of runs, a lot of homers. Ball traveled really far at Dodger Stadium, Chavez Ravine. A's hit a lot of home runs. Chris Davis, how about that? Kind of reviving his season a bit by really slugging in the playoffs. Olsen had some big hits. Chad Pinder also came up huge for the A's. A lot of offensive production from him. So the A's didn't really have trouble really scoring runs in the series. For them, it was more, I think the starting pitching wasn't great, and the bullpen. Petit, Wendelken, Diekman, all really just did not have good outings out of the pen. I mean, and Petit and Wendelken, Diekman, those are guys that you rely on to be shut down when you bring in, because in the regular season, I think Petit's ERA was like 1.70. Wendelken had a really low ERA, and Diekman being that lefty specialist. They didn't get that bullpen production that they were assuming they were going to get, and their starting pitching just isn't that great, to be brutally, frankly honest. I think Montas is good, but his last couple starts, he was not good in the regular season, and that kind of translated in the postseason. I mean, he really only had a few bad pitches. That one pitch to Montas started Game 4, I believe, and that pitch he threw to Correa was pretty bad. He gave up the 3-run homer. I want to see which game he started. He started. Yeah, sorry about this. Game 3. So he started in Game 4 and they lost. And then Game 3 was Liam Hendricks, pitched sensational for the A's. I mean, it was just shut down. Like I said, best reliever in the game. I still believe that. I've been saying that all along, and I think he proved it by just being absolutely locked down this postseason. The Astros, man, the Astros are hitting so well. Just hitting bombs. Everyone in their lineup is producing. Michael Brantley, man, he is just smoking the ball. Brantley, Correa, Altuve starting to come around again. Springer's hitting well. Maldonado had a home run or two. Their lineup's hitting pretty well, and their bullpen's pretty good. I mean, it was pretty solid against the A's. They did not give up that many runs. The Astros look pretty good, man. But they did. I think what we have to remember at Houston is they've caught a break this postseason. I mean, the A's are a good team, right? But they don't have their best player. They don't have Matt Chapman, and their rotation is weak. Like I was talking about, they have Montas. Luzardo's a rookie, and he was like their Game 1 starter. He's probably their best starter on their team. I guess maybe Chris Bassett, but even if Chris Bassett, like, he's good, but he's he's a journeyman. Like, he's a random guy. Um, I think he's good, but he's not a frontline number one pitcher. And then Luzardo's a rookie. He has good stuff, and he'll develop more, but he's still a rookie. Fires is like is very old and is throwing like 87 miles per hour. You know, so they just, and they don't have their best player, Matt Chapman. So the A's aren't your typical 2 seed that you're going to encounter in the playoffs. And the Astros did catch a break, I think, playing them. But I am going to be very excited to see them facing off against the Tampa Bay Rays. Can't wait to watch the series. Obviously talking about the Rays, they defeat the Yankees in 5 games. Game 1 they lose. Snell was okay. He was fine. And they lost. Sorry. They lost. They lost 9-3 the first game. Kind of an offensive onslaught. They didn't score at all. Then game 2 was Morton. Morton pitched pretty well. 7-5 Rays. Lockdown bullpen for them. Randy Arozarena. I mean, let's talk about this man. I think started playing with the Rays in like April or something, remembering from watching their highlights. And I mean, he was like 290 in the regular season. It was just funny because like they just threw him into the lineup and he started hitting really well. And I was like, who is this guy? And wow, I mean, he's just producing like crazy for them. I mean, for me, it's just wonderful to see the Rays win just because of all the Moneyball guys they got. I mean, they got Sugo and Choi from the Korean Baseball League. Willie Adames, obviously from the David Price trade. Zunino, great acquisition. He had a home run or 2. And then Austin Meadows and Glasnow from the Chris Archer trade. I mean, all these trades, all these guys are from like good trades that they've made and have paid off in the long run. And they've had to make these trades because they can't afford the players that they're trading away. So pretty remarkable. As for the Yankees, this one hurts. Obviously this year you're kind of not exactly there. You don't have Severino or Domingo Germán. You have Davey Garcia starting game 2. So not really the best Yankees team. Obviously this was a great team this year, but, they would have been a lot better if they had Severino and Germán. I think they still need another, like, pretty solid starter to, like, confirm, their World Series win, I guess. And the bullpen isn't that great. And this is not a knock on Chapman. I think Chapman's a great pitcher. I think it's more like, the Ottavino, Holder type guys, if that makes any sense. I think they need a little more bullpen stability. But as far as offense, obviously, no problem there. I can score runs against the best of teams. So, I think the Yankees, you got to have a starting pitcher, and maybe some bullpen help, and then you're probably a World Series juggernaut. But a lot of people thought they were going to win this year. Obviously, I had the Rays winning the World Series, so I did not think they were going to win. And I think it's really funny that the Rays beat them just because of the payroll disparity. But yeah, no, great win for the Rays. And moving on to this next series, it's kind of funny, I picked the Rays in my original video, and I'm obviously I have them win the World Series, so I can't just not take them in this series. Glasnow won't probably pitch until game 3. He is so good, by the way. I'm so happy. What I said in my season prediction videos came to fruition. I said he's awesome. He should have won the Cy Young 2 years ago if he didn't get injured. And he has proved all but that this year. Not great ERA, but it's only 60 games. But anyways, just just an awesome pitcher. You got Snell going game one. So I think overall they'd probably have the starting pitching advantage. I mean, Snell, Morton, Glass now doesn't get much better than that. And then I think they do have also the best bullpen probably. Maybe not as good as the Padres, but the Padres are out. So I mean, they just have. And then offense, they definitely don't have the advantage. I think the Astros are more capable of scoring like a lot of runs than them. But you know, this is going to be a great series. But overall, just looking at it categorically, you know, one, I'm taking the Rays because I have them win the World Series, like I've said. I think they're really scrappy. But so are the Astros. So that'll be interesting to see. But I'm taking them just because of it. Like most of my picks are just what I observe and categorically, like in categorically looking at it, we have a Rays advantage in starting pitching. I think the Rays will also be all over Greinke, McCullers, who's the other? Urquidy, I guess, is their other starter. Maybe Framber will also be there. But I think the Rays are going to hit those guys pretty well, just with all the metrics and all that stuff. I think they're just going to know, like, they're going to be really well prepared, and they're going to know what's coming, and that's that. But, the Rays have the advantage in pitching and bullpen, and that's huge, and that's 2 out of 3, right? And the hitting advantage for Houston isn't that much. I think they have a better lineup by like a somewhat okay margin. But also the Rays just have great pitching. So like, I have to go with the Rays in this series. So I will go Rays in 6. And can't wait to watch it. I think it'll be interesting to see if the Rays throw in like Hunter Renfroe and some of those like left-handed only basically hitters, like batters who only hit against lefties, because we didn't really see him much last series. And we'll see if they put in like Sugo and those guys. But the Rays are also, one of the reasons they're so good is because they're like a matchup-based team. I mean, they put guys in based on matchups, right? Like they put in Mike Brasso, to face the left-hander, but Mike Brasso doesn't face righties. Same with Hunter Renfroe. So, that's part of the reason why they're so effective and good in their lineup is they may not have, the $300 million slugger, but they match up. They match their lineup based on the pitchers, and it's really, so they have good matchups every game. So I like the Rays in this series, like I've said 4 times. I hope you guys enjoy this video. I hope you guys are enjoying watching baseball as much as I am. Really fun to watch. And yeah, that's it. So I'll come out with the NLDS prediction after this. And then also later I'm doing a free agent special for the NHL with a couple of my friends. So excited about that. A lot of new content coming out. Enjoy it, and we'll see you guys later.